Hello, welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another match day Watchalong. This time we are doing the Arsenal men's team. We was going to do the Arsenal men's first friendly back against Leon last week, but things got in the way and I didn't have the time to do it. So I did mention this in the last stream I did. And yeah, but today we're here and it's Arsenal versus AC Milan. We haven't played Milan since they knocked us internally in general. Since they knocked us out the Champions League, about 10, 11 years ago, give or take. But yeah, this is a friendly. I'll say pre-season. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's because of the World Cup. Doesn't feel right. Anyway, playing AC Milan, the last of the Dubai Cup, Fly Emirates Dubai Cup matches for us. We won the last one, as I said, 3-0. So we got 3 points there. We won a penalty shootout. So it's a poor penalty shootout, but we won it. Carl Hine coming to our rescue, staying 4 out of 5. They were poor, but majority of them were poor pens, but still. Anyway, so we got an extra point there, so we got 4 points. Liverpool, on the other hand, played Lyon 2 days ago and lost. Not only got battered 3-1 in the 90 minutes, they lost 4-1 or 5-2 on penalties. It was absolutely insane. They got destroyed. So nothing changes there in Liverpool. And let's be honest, the Liverpool side is much stronger because the majority of their elite players didn't go to the World Cup because their respective countries didn't qualify. Oh, the nerves of this thing. So it's looking good from what we've seen so far in one game from the first team. Kids, the second when they come on in the second half, is to get a bit of experience, a bit of a run out, just in case they need it when we go back to Premier League on Boxing Day onwards. But from what I saw, because I did watch the game myself whilst I was busy doing bits and pieces, and I'm impressed. I mean, it didn't look for the players that hadn't played since we played Wolves, or in general for God knows how long. They didn't look like it was a training ground thing. It was like started as they meant to go on, basically, in terms of they just battled down, got the goals, got the win. Then the penalties with the kids, getting its experience to them. Again, some of them weren't the best. They tried being a bit cheeky. Some of them it backfired, but they learned from that. That's okay. Talking about the team lineup on the screen, I know there's one person I know, substitute channel, will have him if he comes along. He'll have a meltdown because he didn't want Partey playing in this, and he needs 2 friendlies at all. Well, sadly for him, he is, and I'm not complaining because he only played like the group stage, like 3 games of the World Cup. He's come back, he's done some training with the team, so it's not like he's just flown from Qatar to Dubai, and like I'm in the team. No, he's had to him and Ben White have had to come over respectively and integrate themselves back into the squad via training individually and then team training. You know, again, we are going to need Partey and Ben White, and then obviously Saka when he comes back. We'll probably see Saka and Ramsdale the weekend against Juventus. We are going to need them players, like it or not. Come Boxing Days, I'd rather them get the experience, get the game time, so they're not fatigued or any little niggles can be put out of the way before West Ham. Because the worst thing could happen is we don't play Saka, like Saka, Martinelli, and Ramsdale coming back. We don't play them on Saturday. We play Juventus at the Emirates, and then come Boxing Day, we play them, and at least one or two of them pulls a muscle and gets injured. Then what? Basically, we play them now. There's less chance of that happening. Even if it's like for 60, 65 minutes on Saturday, that's nearby there. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Big up to our friend over on Twitch. Says hello from Malaysia. Blimey, that's reaching out. I love your stream. Coming your gunners. You just started, my friend. If you want to come over to YouTube and subscribe to the channel, feel free. Or give us a follow on Twitch as well and spread the word. That'd be fantastic. We are 5 minutes away from kickoff as well. Literally 5 minutes away from kickoff. But yeah, just go for the teams quickly. Carl Hine in goal. Obviously, Matt Turner's only just come back. He's in training, so obviously you're more likely to see Turner at the Emirates against Juventus on Saturday because I don't believe he's in the match day squad at all. So yeah, more likely to see him on Saturday. Just having a look now, double check. Yeah, there's all the kids and Marquinhos and all that. Yep, just double checking. So yeah, more likely to see Matt Turner in an Arsenal jersey on Saturday at some point. Oh, yeah, Carl Hine in goal, which ain't, well, after what I saw and trying to think now, trying to think. Last week against Leon. Ain't got a problem. He's a kid as well, he's got to get some game time somewhere. Ben White at right back, holding Gabriel and Tierney, the back four. Obviously, Jack has only just come back as well from the World Cup. He's not fully integrated into the squad yet, so not going to see Xhaka yet. So we've got Partey, one of the two, alongside Lokonga. So see how that pays out today against the AC. Martin Odegaard, captain, so he's obviously going to play. Again, he's one of the players that didn't go to the World Cup, so that's cool. Vieira as well. Reece Nelson is come in to start in place of Marquinhos. Marquinhos has now dropped to the bench, so I'll probably see Marquinhos in the second half. Beggan ain't got a problem. It's a friendly, he's not the end of the world. And he gets him some game time. He needs to build his confidence up. We can't just play him against Forest the way we did and then never play him again. We've got to give him game time, especially players coming back from the World Cup. He needs to know that we are going to give him the minutes and he's going to be called upon when needed. Because I fully expect in certain games that Saka's going to get some rest because of all the travelling and all that, and the amount of football he's had to play because of this World Cup. So yeah, he needs that mindset of knowing it. Not only has he got the minutes under his belt, but the manager does trust him and does want to give him minutes. It is the last year of his contract, going into the last 6 months of it now. So now more than ever, if he wants to stay, he needs to convince us, and vice versa. Eddie up top, because obviously we all know the Jesus issue in terms of him being injured, and again, no time frame. Even though people are guessing about 3 months, everyone's guessing 3 months because of what media say. Arsenal themselves haven't pinpointed a time frame of Jesus being out, but until then, Eddie he's going to be our first choice striker. He's going to be starting no matter what, unless he gets injured himself, obviously. And people need to get heads around that and just give the kid a chance. This is now or never for Eddie. Eddie himself, in terms of when the season gets back underway, Boxing Day onwards, he won't get a better chance to stake up his claim as a starting 11 player, as our main striker, and give Jesus competition. He won't get a better chance in this now. If he noses this up in the time frame that he's got, he could be gone in the summer, in my opinion, because he can complain. He's on high wages now as well, but he's a big contract, high wages. If he noses this up, I can only see one thing happening in the summer, and he won't look good for Eddie because he won't be at the club anymore. Because he'll then go back to complaining, I won't get the minutes. But when you've got the minutes, mate, you didn't take it. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Right, we are literally about to kick off. Teams are out. We've got this is Divock Origi, blimey. Tomorrow's playing for AC. The regular, I'm just naming players that obviously we all know about ourselves. Most of the regulars will be out in Qatar for their respective countries, but yeah, Divock Origi, former Liverpool super sub, is starting up top, and tomorrow, again, centre back that we not only have I praised, but everyone on this channel and other channels, respectively, not Arsenal and non-Arsenal, have been singing his praises for God knows how long, and never got how he didn't get in the squad. In one sense, it's a good thing because obviously with Southgate potentially on his way out, potentially stepping down. I think Gareth Southgate's messing us about, and giving us false hope. For some of us, anyway. I don't know what's really saying that, but yeah, it may be a good thing if Southgate was to go. He's more of a chance to come get us called up from there here on in because as I said once, as I said to Gary the other night after the first defeat, we need to start building now. Certain players now, this is potentially their last tournament. They need to move on, so I would say, either retire or just accept themselves as a squad player. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. And the whistle goes, and we're underway. Come on, you guys. Let's not miss the match today. Come on. There's a scoreboard as well. And back over to that. Play on my screen. Go. Little bit of sound. We've got an Arsenal wearing their home kit, red and white top, white shorts, red socks. AC Milan, I'm assuming what is their away kit. It's like an olive green with like yellow pinpoint stripes going around it. And AC Milan straight away on the high press, by the way. AC Milan, Arsenal got the ball, but yeah, AC Milan are doing the high press and straight from the off. It was also throw in, but yeah. Get your score predictions in, guys. Score predictions. You're looking forward to obviously watching that this 90 minutes of football plus plenty of shootout. Because no matter what, there's a bit of shootout. So yeah. And if you want to talk about football in general, the World Cup or whatever, or Southgate, this, that, and the other, put your comments in and we'll respond and have a bit of chat back and forth, basically. Without you guys, I'm just sitting there talking to myself, basically. You guys make the channel more than me, basically, in terms of the interaction. Grand Party, there we go. Go corner. Yep, well done. It's like, yeah, like dirty olive green there, away kit. For the kit they're wearing today. Like murky sort of colour. Racing Milan, I mean. Keith Nelson taking this corner. See what we can do with this. See if we can beat the first man. Come on. Ball in. I do beat the first man. Not his fault, obviously. He's aiming towards an Arsenal player, but the defender came out and got in the way. Got it away. BX, oh, you're one of us. What are you doing? And for the win today, my gut tells me this ain't a strong one. We've got obviously, as I say, Divock Origi and Tomori, respectively, but names that we know of ourselves. But I think they'll put the kids out first and they're doing an old versal basically what we're doing. Majority was anyway. Because you've got to remember, obviously, Giroud, he's at the World Cup. I believe he was still at Milan. I don't know if he's injured or not at the moment. Come on, let's have a corner. Just corner free kick. Free kick, sorry. There we go. Oh, yeah, bastard. Beat the foot. Well blocked from the defence, and then come back in. Drops. Another corner, yeah. Other guy's going to take this on by the looks of it. Starting to fly on the front foot here. We're the majority of the ball, we're creating the chances. We've got to be careful not getting done on the counter. Let's see what other guys can do this corner now. Ball in. Oh, keep amongst the middle of it. Tierney, out to Reese. There's a bit of support. It's a foul, but okay. There's a bit of support. Back to Partey and back we go again. Right? Back to Cohan. For some reason, was that Partey or was Sambi? That was Sambi, sorry, that hesitated. And the ball goes flying out for a foul. Fantastic. PX saying, I want their striker remake at Arsenal. Oh, cool. Who's playing Arsenal versus AC Milan? This is about the title. So Arsenal's first team, basically, got Partey, Ben White's back in, Odegaard, Vieira, Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, Sammy Lokonga, Eddie, obviously, Reece Nelson, and I think now, someone else on this, probably. So yeah. White, Holding, Gabriel, Tierney, Partey, Lokonga, Odegaard, Vieira, Nelson, and Eddie for Arsenal, and pretty much apart from Marquinhos and Eddie Nawawi and Cedric Suarez, all the others are kids that we've just coming through this seat for the last 6 months or 12 months or so to get themselves a chance. Matt Smith and all that. Salza, Walkers, Denny's on the bench, sorry. Lewis Skiddy. Oh dear. Go on, Reece, go on. Eddie, that's a foul. What are you playing about? You literally just laid on his back and then put your body weight into it. What was you expecting to happen? Oh, yeah. Go on, Fabio. Go on. Odegaard, Fabio. Just relax a bit. There's a few overpasses happening there. Not too many, but a few. But just calm down, relax, and just play our game. We'll be fine. We don't need to overstress. It's a friendly, not the end of the world. Just again, again, when the finish on out, I sort of got it because you don't want. Could it have been such a long gap otherwise, even for the players, especially for the players that hadn't gone to the World Cup respectively or whatever. It would have been such a long gap between Wolves and Boxing Day. A few cobwebs would have probably fallen into the teams with Snowy and so I totally get why we've got these 3 friendlies in place so we can get them cobwebs off and basically be somewhat back to where we were prior to Wolves. Don't get worried to. One thing I don't get worried to fight to buy to do it, but 2 of them at least anyway. Why we couldn't do what we did in the back end of basically after the FA Cup final we won and the late start to the following season, lockdown season. Well, and if friendlies behind closed doors at the Emirates and all that. So if it being obviously behind closed doors, a difference would be you'd have to open up the Emirates to your fans, respectively, if they can get to it. Obviously, if they live in the area of the Emirates, you're fine. If you have to travel via train, you don't drive, you get buggered. If you know, you know. Well, there's Ben. There he goes, turning on turbos. Fabio should have run into that. There's Zazie from Fabio there. Mr. Tom, many clubs will probably cover time. I think so. After, especially with him now playing at a World Cup on a World Cup stage and all that, I think that's going to maybe not in the January window, but potentially in the summer. Even no matter what happens with these in the league, I think that's a definite. They can do what they want. He's got 4 years. You're saying this. You're saying this about just in terms of domestic wise, where there's a club, well, two clubs like basically in Man City and Newcastle that's going to chuck money at you and go 4.5 years or not. There's the money. We're having him, for example. So you can't really. It's not like it's not like it used to be. Put it that way, in that sense of you played a 4.5 year contract. You know, obviously, prices won't be as high as they are now, but it's very unlikely that they go off in 4.5 years to go after a post for AC Milan. But Origi as well, Divock Origi. With a chance there. Got away from me holding, got space, had a shot. Carl Hines was completely beaten. Hit off the crossbar and out. God for that. Holders should be doing a lot better there. Staying up, should have been standing up tighter to Origi than that. Let him go way too easily. Oh, this sparked something from someone. There we go. Oh, get some support. Maybe not. No. Jeez, going back to change. What's the meaning of the game? Out of interest, guys, obviously Tom and BX and everyone else is in the stream, especially on Twitch or YouTube, whatever. What are you making of Southgate's comments after the game in terms of I'm gonna take a sit back, and have a think about my future as England manager. Basically throwing in the air that he could stay, he could go on his own terms, basically. But he's going to decide over the next few weeks, whatever. If you're not committed, mate, if you're having doubts now, and you're not fully committed after a World Cup quarterfinal to come back and better yourself. I don't want in the first place. But I personally, if I'm in the FA, I don't want him, but apparently the FA still want him. So it's like he's playing mind games with the fan base of the country, obviously. I mean, and it's just like he's playing off the FA. Like, would you really want me? Give me a new contract with more money. It feels like that as well for me, anyway. Because if you're committed, you're committed, and if you're having doubts, then you need to go yourself. You need to just go. You know what? I've got doubts. I'm not happy with certain little things. I'm out of it. I want to be tighter to this. You know, we're asking for trouble now. Right? Some of the defence we've got with at the start of this game is a bit concerning how we're going about this defensively. I mean, how we're letting them create stuff all of a sudden, basically, cause a threat. We'll go off Milan, all in. Then he basically heads it out another corner at the near post. Yeah, guys, do smash the right button. Like BXS, do smash the right button. It does help. And it's massively appreciated. We're a bit shaky at the moment. Start off well, and we're just going to win ourselves all of a sudden. He replaces Southgate. Well, that's for if it comes to it, that's for the FA to decide. If they want to go down the English route, they can't. Graham Potter at Chelsea, that's not going to happen. The only other English manager I would accept is Eddie Howe. I mean, especially this group. You look at, you've got to base on the group of players we have. Like what their skill sets are, collectively and individually, and who will get the best out of them. And all the English managers we've got, them two are the only ones that really stand out. And as I say, one of them only just joined Chelsea, so it's really unlikely, no matter what the FA offer, he'll go and jump ship. Especially as he's going through a rocky patch at the moment as well with Chelsea because of the big players causing aggro base and not really performing to their potential. But Eddie Howe's proven, obviously, in the last 12 months or so, that he's been at Newcastle, he can handle it. Not only he can handle it, he can play really good football, and not only play really good football, but set a defence up to be solid still. So I'd give him a shout. But apart from that, apart from them two, any other English manager, I'll be my doubts on because, yeah. So if they can't get them to, they'd have to. It might upset people me saying it, but they would more likely have to go down the foreign route for at least the next 4 years. Get the next World Cup out of the way and reassess things. Depending on what happens in yours, obviously. But that's for the FA to decide if Southgate. I just got to think. Just looking back over what he said in his press conference and all that, like he's basically saying, "I want to stay," but basically reading between the lines, "I want to stay, but I'm not. I need to be convinced by the FA, i.e., a new contract." You read between the lines, and that's just not for me. He's been there 7-8 years now, and bloody other thing. We're asking for it now. We are absolutely asking for fucking Milan to score here. They're attacking completely. I mean, Ben White's gone way too central there in first. Well, he's not switched on, putting it that way, Ben White. So the players are, what? Boom. I say now. But again, as I say, this is all for the FA to decide if Southgate does step down. They won't have. The thing is, the longer he leaves it, they won't have long to find a replacement because our next set of internationals, I think, is in March. I need to double check that later, but I believe it's March. Oh dear. Yeah, sort of took the foot off the gas. In the last about 5-10 minutes, Arsenal took the foot off the gas here in terms of providing an attacking threat and kind of, I'd say, inviting a lot of pressure on unnecessarily, and still 0-0, but yeah. You've got some sort of magic long photo you ever heard of it, and they're just going to show it now, bloody Ezreal. Just need to work on his aiming, but got a fucking throw in Thomas Partey. Just need to work on his aiming. He should just throw it to the goalkeeper. I think it's Tom. Right. I think it's sensible for Southgate. It's giving the FA time to think too. He has 2 years left in his contract. He'd be stupid to quit for free. Yeah. From that side of looking at it, I think Southgate time has been on a high for England. I'd like him to continue. I really feel the ref last game was corrupt as they come, cheated England at every turn. Actually forgot Argentina Croatia state. Yeah. I'll watch it, but I'm not going to do a stream for it because it's got, yeah. Especially if Argentina did what they did last time and it if Arsenal was to win today, if they behave like they did in the quarterfinals, they went to quarterfinals against the semis, yeah, that would sit well for me. Personally, just to piss off, just to have upset Martinez, I want Argentina to get knocked out today. Just to see him go, and somehow blame Arsenal for it. Got a free kick here, the other guy standing over it. But in terms of, as I say, I think what's it been 7 or 8 years he's been in the job now. It's like, yeah, he's done again quarterfinals this World Cup aside, yeah, what it is. The first two tournaments, yeah, semi-final and the final, fantastic, whatever. Potentially bottled them as well, tactically himself along the way, them 2 games as well. 1 sec. Odegaard. Oh, what a goal! Get in there, Odegaard. What a free kick. Oh my days, get him on the free kick from the League with the boy. What a goal. Get in there. Had all the keeper was rooted, by the way. Up and over. It didn't go like into the corner. It was like just at the middle, going towards the corner. Like the keeper was just rooted to the spot. Oh, right, like 2-3 inches away from the post as well. Oh. Again, this is what I like of in terms of coming to Arsenal now. This game, not necessarily Arsenal in general, with what Arteta's built over the last 4 years or 4 year or so, especially, is we've got players now. We've got multiple players. We can get goals in terms of open play. We've got goals from midfield now, and even the free kicks got multiple players. They can take free kicks and score from the free kicks, or get an assist from the free kick, etc. We'd lost that for a long time. There we go. That's more like it. There we go. What a free kick. After a dodgy 10 minutes or so in this game, where we sort of, as I say, sat back and invited Milan on, sort of got put back in control of the game in terms of the tempo, like having the possession to get that free kick. Quite a couple of others were on the way to get that particular free kick and take the advantage of it. Or, well, don't be injured Thomas afterwards. Don't injure Thomas Partey. All the players, don't injure him. That's all we need. On his knee as well. Don't do that to us. He was happy that he survived the World Cup. That was our main objective, his comeback. We don't want you taking him out in a friendly, for God's sake. His first going back. We'll kill you. We will come together and kill you, Milan. Here we go. Go on. If I get a second goal, go on. And the ball, yeah, I say he's on the ball there. So it's in the replay, but it does look like they won the ball there just in the nick of time. I think Eddie was just bursting into the penalty box with the ball. Oh dear. Like I said, guys, if anyone's new to the channel from across this live that's new, do subscribe, do smash that like button, and do share the content around. It does massively help the channel grow. And especially again, so you'll get a lot more of this Arsenal content. It won't just be me doing Watchalong as well. From like Saturday onwards, like all the other Arsenal Watchalongs that I do for men's and women's, is always me and another the majority of the time. Once in the blue moon, it's just me. And the only reason it's just me today, because obviously day after day, and the other people will work. Everyone else that would usually come on are working. Poor from Ben. Is this match in Dubai? Yeah, it is, Tom. This and the Lyon game the other day, both in Dubai. The Dubai Cup between us, AC, Lyon, and Liverpool. Liverpool we played Lyon first. I don't know what date it was last week, but we played them last week. Wednesday or something, I don't know. We played them. We beat Lyon 3 in 90 minutes and beat them on pens 4-1, something like that. Something like 2-1, I think. We had 2-1 because penalty the ball on both sides. We beat them 2-1 there. So we got 4 points. Liverpool then played Milan. Not Milan. Liverpool played Lyon 2 days ago. 2 days ago, sorry. 2 days ago, and they lost 3-1 in 90 minutes and lost 4-2 on pens, something like that. So Liverpool was a stronger squad than we've taken out, basically. But hey, it's not so nice something having changes during this World Cup. Liverpool are still shit. And we can still put picket wings and shoot absolutely with our kids. Oh dear. I'm coming in now, obviously. Oh, go on. Oh, I'll get in the way. Communicate, guys. Coming to you there. You had. I've been a member for 6 years and it's great. Good to know, my friend. Good to know. Always good to know. Keep me updated on how you feel about it. Oh dear. It's just, oh, Viggy again on another chance. 2 chances had in the first 27 minutes of the game with Viggy. Hit the crossbar before, about 20 minutes or whatever, I got put that on, but feel like that going now. In the first Ronaldo chance I had, hit the crossbar. Again, poor defending again because it's not staying tight and not switched on. Ball watching, and Gabriel gets off there and holding, but Gabriel was near at the time in the build up. Gets off lucky there, and then he heads wide. You got to ask yourself why Origi wasn't taking the Belgium squad. Like, what could he have not done better than what was taken? Or is there's a water break there? Yeah, water break towels and the necks and all that because of the temperatures over there. Well, as I was saying before, for Origi was scored against us there. It's just good from an Arsenal fan perspective, or just a club fan in general, just to get to know that the club football Premier League is not that far away now in terms of return getting back underway and all that, and I can actually cover Arsenal games, cover Arsenal games, men's and women's, and have a laugh with you guys and actually enjoy it, not feel a bit, yeah, not feel like fucking falling asleep either. That's the World Cup. The World Cup has been, in terms of quality, the politics and all that aside for a second, the quality of the World Cup's been abysmal. Arguably the worst in my lifetime. I've been around since born in '89, so yeah, must be Italian '90, USA '94, France '98, Korea and Japan 2002, Germany 2006, South Africa 2010, Brazil 2014, Russia, and now this. So I've got a good few World Cups under my belt, and yeah, it's got to be the worst in my lifetime. What's the quality? Coming in the chat after you've been absent for a while, coming, but you're back in the chat. How you doing, friend? Hope you're keeping well. Don't behave yourselves. You're a fucking freaky go back. It's a little corner anyway. What are we playing? Good for that. Give away a lot of corners there. It's one in low. And that's all smoothly clear, basically. And like push back on the low. Because it's come in defended. Oh, dear, got a lot. Oh, but just a heads up, what I also remember actually. In terms of Thursday, so as you guys know, there's a podcast happening on Thursday, a special podcast for you guys. Gets up here is Arsenal related. So if you guess how you feel I'm giving you is Arsenal related, obviously it's Arsenal channel and podcast. But there's a podcast coming this Thursday, and it will be at 1 o'clock UK time. That's all we need. That's any information needed to sort out with the person involved. At what time basically. So yeah, that's going to be 1 o'clock. That podcast will be happening on Thursday. Again, the announcement of who the guest is going to be happening on Thursday morning, 7:30 a.m. I'm having everything set up the night before in terms of go out, start promoting it. It's ready in drafts, etc. And I'm literally as I wake up with the coffee, bang it away, quite the life out of it. It'll give you a few hours as well to see it and share it about and all that. But also get any questions you want to get in as well prior to it happening. You can send them over to me. I'll make sure they're okay to ask and all that. And yeah. And then obviously after that, I'll go off for a few hours and come back. 7:45 on Thursday night for the Arsenal v Lyon Women's Champions League match day 5, where the Arsenal women's team only need a single point to qualify for the next round. Obviously, 3 points with basically winning the group with a game to spare. And that's mad. That would be mad if we win and win the group. Consider that consists of a Juventus team and the defending European champions. That'd be mad if we pull that off. But can't see why we can't. Then it's last words, right? Dodgy goalkeeper from the AC Milan goalkeeper. Even though he gets a free kick from about C. I don't. No, it's not. How's that a foul? Keeper's come up for it. Over Rob Holding, and then literally he's got Rob Holding's head's hit up above here. And he's landed it and dropped the ball. That's it as a foul, but okay. That's what it is. Yeah, if he breathed on me. Is the game live now? Yes, it is live as we speak. We are in the conference at the time. It's on a replay at the moment. We're on the 33rd minute, 33 minutes and 57 seconds. So about going to 34 minutes now. 34 minutes in exactly now. It's live on the Arsenal website. So if you're a member of Arsenal, you can gain access to this game. That's the only reason I'm watching it, because I remember and I was able to use my reward points to get a pass. So I don't have to pay the actual what they're charging in terms of £5 or whatever it was. last week. I was putting up refusing to pay for it, but then I've got a thing come through saying, no, you've got points. You weren't using to. What's it? It's like, okay, 250 points for both games, not too bad. I'll do it again. They weren't never going to pay 5 or 10 to access two friendlies. I will say, AC as it stands, that AC has had a more sterner test than Leon did the other day. Even though we are winning 1-0 by now against Leon, we're already 3 up by now. Yeah, we don't seem to be as crisp as we were in terms of our overall game. In terms of when we're on the ball, possession, or playing all that going forward. Passing doesn't seem to be as crisp as it was against Leon the other day. Apart from Partey and Ben White coming in and Nelson taking over from Marquinhos, this is the same players and it's the same, pretty much the same name basically, apart from those 3 players I just mentioned. We've got Cedric Elneny and Marquinhos on the bench instead of them starting on the bench today. That's no difference. Whereas it seems like passing is not as crisp as it was against Leon the other day. I mean, if we can get to half time with the score as it is, Arteta needs to sort of rock at these players' asses, is all I'm saying. Because I won't be making any subs at half time from Arteta until unless we get a 2-goal lead. I wouldn't do them in one hit either. I wouldn't necessarily, even though the flow actually is right, I wouldn't necessarily myself bring on every single sub, barring the goalkeeper like you did the other day, in today's game. I mean, I wouldn't do it if I need to. Especially you've got, obviously, you've got Juventus on Saturday, and then you've got game, you've got West Ham on Boxing Day the following Monday. So we need to get their match, our first teamers, their match fitness needs to be up and ready to go, basically. They can't be going stop, because obviously if he keeps doing that, staying against the Juventus on Saturday, you're just asking for trouble. Cole Harney needs to get his position right. He's not, for me, he's not right now. He needs to come over. He's right. He has a goal. He's just leaving the goalkeeper position there. He's just tried crossing it in the midfielder. And backfire could have been like, okay, boom, done, cleared. But I got a phone. It was a little bit easier. Yeah. Get rid of it. Go, go, go. Do, 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 do. What's smacked in the face? You see a replay of it. It looked like you got smacked in the face there. I see a replay of that. There's no need for that. If he actually has it in the face, it's I'll check a replay of it. There we go. Yeah, just grabbed me on the neck and went, uses basically his arm muscle to punch around his face. What the fuck? All we get is a throw in, don't we get a free kick? Yeah, man. Great referee, and this is. Yeah, that's a friendly, but still. He needs to be on it. West Ham didn't really lose anyone. No, not really, but I'm saying, but from an Arsenal our perspective, we need our players to be playing more minutes, not more than 45 minutes per thing. These friendlies. Into it. Get in there. But Reece Nelson with the goal as well. Come on. 2-0. I missed that for a quote, so I did the replay of that. This is the cheer in the crowd. We're trying to ask the fans in the crowd. That's how the world, obviously, in the crowd, which is cool. But it's 2-0 Arsenal now, and it looks like Reece got the goal. He's having a look now. Fabio. Oh, what an assist from Fabio. Good. Yes. The shot was on target. It took the deflection off the defender, but it was on target anyway. Took it away from the goalie. Bang, 2-0. Reece Nelson. Come on. There you go. That's more like it. Now I got the 2-goal lead. Now I would not again 1 or 2 subs. Only the ones that, for example, I'll bring in the Elneny off Partey again. Even because Partey's played a lot this last month in terms of playing for his country, his own Ghana World Cup. So he's match fitness ain't gonna be a problem going into Boxing Day. I'm a bit shocked they never made a Simpson spin-off of Mr. Burns. A Mr. Burns and Smithers spin-off would be epic. You never know. You never know. Stranger things have happened in the last how many years? Mr. Bungle's in the chat. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. I see Troy's in the chat under Cunnings. Yeah. Whistle. No. I'm just going to say no to that. Just change the scoreboard quickly. I thought you wanted me to. Sorry, the scoreboard got smaller. Yeah. Oh, again, I say it. I will say this. I said it already. Van Gaal are giving us a more of a stellar game, what we're going to call it, compared to what Leon gave us. But we've sort of rode our luck here and there in certain situations, seen it out, and talked about it. And when the opportunity's come to us twice now, we took it. Again, another thing I loved that I said was brought back to the team that we can ride it out. We can ride out them. If we don't come under a wave of pressure, we can ride it out as a team. not 9 times out of 10 not concede, and then next thing you know, bang, we have everyone scoring, content to try the game. For me, as I say, in terms of, like I say, part A felt Nenny maybe that's in the second half, not straight away, in the second half, about 60 minutes in. Because I say that's what's going to be a problem come Boxing Day. I don't want him risking getting injured out of frustration from the Milan players. Yeah, apart from that, I wouldn't immediately change anything else. Really, only make some if necessary. And as we're getting closer and closer now to the Boxing Day return. We need our players to be playing as many minutes as possible, really. And after after what happened against, even though we did win against Milan penalties, I would, for me, I would personally keep on a couple, 2 or 3 of the experienced players for that situation because I don't know what's going to happen. Here we go for the third. Again there from Reece as well. We've got a few embrace going into half time. Keep gets hands to it, I don't know. What we got from this angle. Might got fingertips to it, can't tell. No chance. I think personally should have kept it low and hit it low and hard, going across the outside of the goal. I might also think was it BX or Tom said I think it might have been BX said in the chat that Eddie he needs to step up and get his head out his backside. As I was saying at the start of the stream, this is now because of the Jesus situation. We don't know how long Jesus is out because Arsenal themselves haven't given a time frame. This is now or never for Eddie. If he doesn't take advantage of the opportunity he's now got, no matter what we do in the transfer window, by the way, if he doesn't take advantage of it while he's got it, I personally can see one thing happening come the summer with Eddie. Because he can't complain then, because he would have fallen into the opportunity by design of the Brazil, now former Brazil manager, making it Jesus playing with an injury, make it worse than what it was. But by that, he's an opportunity fallen onto his lap. If he doesn't then go on to take it with both hands, and eventually it somewhat costs us either a title race or we have a complete nightmare for a top 4 by some miracle. It won't bode well for him. It'll be like, well, mate, you had X amount of months or weeks, or whatever. You didn't take it. It cost us as a team. I can't trust you anymore. Off you go, basically. If someone comes in, you're going. And they'll purposely go out their way. If they don't bring another striker in January, with a loan of an option to my obligation, or whatever, be it now Felix or whoever, they'll definitely go and do it in the summer. Just to prove the point, I won't have Eddie that your days are numbered, basically. So he does need to grab this both hands and run with it. Because if he doesn't, I fear for him in terms of his Arsenal career. To be honest, I don't see us falling out the top 4. I think in terms of Champions League, it'll be an absolute a mitigating disaster if we don't get top 4 come May. Does it affect us? Well, we don't know if it affects our title race or not. In terms of where we are at the moment, will we drop off a bit or not? I don't know yet. Again, I hope not, because I see my team doing well. But I'm going to play it by ear. Oh, bloody hell. Adrian Clark. Obviously, Adrian Clark and Nicola are doing the punditry and the Arsenal website. And Adrian Clark's wearing she wore Gunners Top of the Tree merchandise. The sweater. I've got the t-shirt. I'll be wearing that on Thursday. Black. Yeah, I like it. But he's got the sweater version he made. So looking how he's connected. Looking she was connected. I hope so. I hope so. He'll be after the grief. Imagine if he would. That was the case. That also happened after the grief he got back in the summer for staying, getting a new new contract, bumper wages, and the number 14 shirt. It's a number. Yes, Henry made it what it is at Arsenal. Walcott's worn it since. Aubameyang. Why can't Eddie just? It's a fucking number in the day. But after all that aggro, imagine he gets the opportunity, grabs it, does grab it, and leads us to the title, mate. Yeah, oh my God, there'll be a lot of people going, "We got it wrong. I'm sorry." There'll be a certain person in Spain going, "What? No. I never said anything bad about Eddie." Any more stream planned this week, sir? Yes. I'm probably got the podcast at 1 o'clock on Thursday. Again, the guest for that will be announced on Thursday morning, so it gives you guys the heads up, the time to get your questions in if you want to ask anything and come along and all that. But everything's going to be ready. Apart from the stream itself, in terms of on air, going to give it away, obviously. Everything else, all the promotional side of it, will all be ready to go as soon as I wake up. Bang, 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 and everyone will know who's coming on then. If it is Arsenal related, that'll be at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on Thursday. For a quick half hour. Because the person's that busy, obviously that's a time sort of get at the moment, and obviously if it does go down well, we'll put. If it goes down well with you guys, obviously viewership-wise and listener-wise, we're more likely organising that and for another time later on down the line, maybe into the season, potentially, because of the work that this person does at the moment. More likely be at the end of the season, summer, try and get back on for part 2. So I've got that. And then 8 o'clock that night, Saturday. Sorry, I went blank there. 8 o'clock on Thursday night, so a few hours after the podcast. Arsenal women versus Lyon at the Emirates Champions League. Arsenal win, we win the group. Draw, we go even with a point. We qualify for the next round to knockouts. Then Saturday, Arsenal men versus Juventus at the Emirates. We'll be covering it here on the channel. Hopefully Gary and Neil will be around to join me for that one. And then maybe a couple others, and then trying to think that'll be Saturday. That's that. I might try and fit a few couple bits in here and there throughout the week as well. Bear with me on that one. Next week, I am currently planning on a podcast, but having obviously myself, another Arsenal fan, and a couple other rival fans come on. I say rival fans, like fans of other teams, basically come on and have a catch up, have a bit of a laugh, and really ramp up the ante on the return of the Premier League coming back on Boxing Day just before Christmas. That'll be so that will be. I think now. I think the day is it today? 13th. So yeah, probably this time next Tuesday or Wednesday that'll be. And then Oh, then we've got obviously the following, also next week. The last group game of the Women's Champions League, Arsenal away to Zurich in the Champions League. Obviously, if we've already qualified, it'll just be a run-out game, but I'll still cover it on the channel. There's other things I need to sort out as well. Festive wise, that's for the festive period, our festive specials and all that. And then obviously Boxing Day, we'll be back here live as Arsenal take on West Ham at 8 o'clock at night on Boxing Day. So about 7:30 on Boxing Day, we'll go live, myself, Liam, Gary, to see whoever else is around and available on the day as well. And then after that, match of the day later on that night, a couple of hours later, and on the time frame. Match of the day, and then New Year's Eve, Arsenal versus Brighton away. So Brighton versus Arsenal, technically. So that's the planned stuff already in place, but there's other stuff that will be slotted in as well in the next week or two as well, between now and Christmas as well. So busy. Oh, dear. Also, I've got to get all of John and Russ properly and get their addresses and all that, and figure out what coiso is going to be the best to get their prizes get sent to them basically before Christmas, so they get it before Christmas. Man. Oh dear! I might even. Isn't that Man City v Leeds? Is that Boxing Day itself? Or is that the day after Boxing Day? Because I know they're moving about the TV and all that. That'd be interesting. If that's on TV, I might do that as well. I'll stream for that maybe. I don't know. It will all come together soon. Oh dear, right, let's have a look at this is. Good to see a lot more Christmas attire as well, by the way, between now and then. Imagine again, talk about Thursday's podcasts with the special guest, the half hour special podcast we're doing on Thursday. I'm doing on Thursday, sorry. I'm genuinely looking forward to it. Keep pumping it up, but for me it's huge. Obviously, this person is big part of Arsenal history, big part. And again, it all makes sense. The way I'm talking about it, how I'm talking about it basically, is it all makes sense once I've announced who the guest is. It all makes sense why I've been saying what I'm saying and all that. But yeah, oh dear, it's just weird. I'm just going back and forth doing tabs and all that. So I'm back on the Arsenal website, and it's just weird seeing Adrian wear merchandise from another clothing shop on Twitter. Looks good though, obviously. Sue Ward does fantastic. Gav from Sue Ward, he does do fantastic stuff. So I will be wearing that. I will be wearing my Sue Ward Christmas to Arsenal top of the tree T-shirt on Thursday, both podcasts and the match day Watchalong. More so, I mean, you're seeing predominantly more so in the podcast. It might be a tad warmer, the opposite word. But yeah, come the evening, I'll probably have audio something on over it, so prepare yourselves. Oh dear. I'm secretly hoping to catch his beard. Well, I want to get BX on actually. I do want to get him on at, at some point. Obviously, always been a regular viewer and all that. One of us as well as a gunner. Yeah, obviously he's an Arsenal fan, so it'd be great to get him on, get his perspective on things, and have a bit of back and forth basically to yourself. It's the 28th of December, my birthday. Oh my god, no pressure. Oh my god, it's the 28th of December, Man City, the League 3 Man City. No pressure. At least it's the 28th of December. It's around the Christmas festive period, going into the New Year. You can get a few cans in and just get basically not complete waste, but like a bit merry, so to say, just to take the edge off. Leeds have been playing very exciting for the odd wager they get signed against. I did say this to Tom the other night, BX, and he weren't having it. He just wasn't having it. He's like, no, they're Man City, they're going to pump us. Oh dear. But yeah, I was trying to say not only that, but they're playing some good football and they've got some good results this season. Gave us some run for money in terms of even though they didn't get the result in any which way. They gave Arsenal a run for their money. They pumped Chelsea at the end at Ellen Road as well. I just think obviously with the World Cup as well, I think the World Cup debate's going to have a part to play as well because obviously we've had a month and whatever bit of no Premier League football. It's again from the Leeds fan perspective, it's going to be the first home game back, first home game as well. It's Man City coming to town. Confidence is going to be high. Hope you don't get any injuries between now and then as well. And the fans are going to be absolutely pumped for it. They're going to make that place an absolute fortress. And they've just got to pray that League don't give Man City any space, basically, any breathing space to cause any problems. We are still waiting, by the way. 2 minutes late, by the way, for the second half. But still waiting for them to come out with looks of it because still got Nicola and Adrian Clark back at the Emirates in the what's name, in one of the boxes, basically analysing the first half still. Oh, Gav knows about it. He's posted it already. Imagine going all the way to fucking like literally not a match day. You're going to the end for work in terms of these two, obviously the film crew and all that. But the match is taking place on the other side of the world. There's no fans. And it's probably freezing. It's obviously freezing down there. We've had snow. It's going to be icy outside. This but the box doing has probably got the heating pumped in, so they won't be freezing inside. But as they come out, obviously they're going to catch that chill. No way, 4 minutes now for the second half. What's going on? Don't. Literally for the first go, take one for the team, bang him out, take a card, or worse, red, take a yellow at best, red at worst, take him out and you're fine. We've got to hang on for 89 minutes then, with plus injury time, with 10 players behind the ball. He'll be fine. When he dipped off a bit, really, in terms of his goal scoring esque form wise, that started dipping, didn't it? Near the end of the before the World Cup. So aside from the penalty against Fulham, which let's be honest, it was a poor pen as well against Fulham. A better goalkeeper saves that. Just saying. Thank God we got rid of him. So you never know. Again, he's had the time off, so you don't know. He might come back as fucking hungry as ever. Oh dear. Who's Rodriguez on Messi, who we shall see today. I mean, people always automatically go for Messi, and he's a fantastic player. But obviously, over the last 4 or 5 years, the way he's played, he's had to adapt his game, adapt himself as he's got older, which is good in itself. He can do that. But whereas Modric, even as he's got older, he still played the same. It doesn't have to do with the long running in the second. Not Messi's had to do. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, and I will be watching it later. People don't believe it's tonight. I will watch it, but me. Double checking. There's a double checking now. Sorry, 7 o'clock. Yeah, I'll watch it. I won't be surprised. All I'm gonna say, if Argentina can't win in 90 minutes, Croatia will go through even extra time on penalties. That's all I'm saying. The problem with things in Haaland is that he won't get scoring stats. Is there lesser of two evils? What do you want? We're finally back underway as well. 22 seconds into the second half. There we go. I wasn't a foul. Making me out of it. Cold coffee. Oh my God, get back. You made subs. You put your many on them already. I did say I'd bring them on, but I wouldn't bring them on straight away after. When have you taken off? I took Party off. I would have kept Party on for another 10, 15 minutes, personally. But hey, Ben White's gone off. Again, I would have kept Ben White on because he hasn't played at all. He's trained, yeah, he's been training with England, but he hasn't played. Cedric's come on half time. Okay. And now and then he's down. Fantastic. That was back up. So now you got a pivot of Elneny and Nakonga. But now, anyway, till the youngsters come on later on in the half. Yeah, I would have given Ben White the full 90 minutes. I'm being honest, because he hasn't played at all for England when he was in training camp. When he was at the World Cup for England. He was only training, he wasn't actually playing any minutes. So I would have given him I would have given Ben White the 90 minutes today. That's the problem with it. Oh, it is what it is. Yeah, you got to do better than that. Put your legs open like that. You're trying your feet. Oh, yeah. They've got a good start so far. Could be worse, but again, we've got too much pressure on now. Just got that security in which the other party going off. That's no big appeal in any either. Just saying because they are different players, they do play different ways. And yeah, Cedric's just really starting to Cedric his offensive capabilities or lack of. Mm-hmm. Oh, doesn't even last 5 minutes now. The foot temperature drop. As the arms across the way it is. Not exactly warm here in the UK, especially obviously in the winter. Right. Not exactly warm, but oh yeah, the temperature's dropped and feel it. Yeah. You know about in the UK when it drops. Ooh, just get rid of it, Carl. Yeah, I don't invite. You're fucking surrounding me. Going, that wasn't a foul. Yeah, they go down way too easy. It's man black. It's man not. Doesn't win the ball, so give him the foul, but it wasn't. Oh dear. Tom, if there's in the chat, out of interest, are Leeds playing any friendlies before the box night, before you play Man City? Or is it just certain clubs that are playing friendlies between now and then? Yes, I don't know. So every time I see Rob Holding, his hair's getting long because he's just growing his hair. Since he's got his done what he's done, he's refusing to cut his hair now. He's just like, no, I'm going to let it grow and grow and grow. Oh, he does the sides, but looks very big. It's at the top bit, he's just growing and growing, get longer and longer at the top. Go on, go to the bird. It's like Cedric, you prick. Need a binning off in the summer of Cedric. I want to do it now because we've scored better and all that, just in case of injuries and all that. If they're playing in the lesser games like we've got Oxford and all that, play him in them sort of games. But yeah, come summer, just get rid of him. Bin the fuck off. Especially if we held on him. Especially if we get top two Champions League and all that. Well, hey, don't need players like that in our squad. We're going to be competing for titles and European titles and all that going forward. Out of interest, because did anyone find out for me? Who Liverpool got first game back after this World Cup? Like, in league wise, I mean. Because I talk about from the other day, I think it's going to be a good return for them over Christmas. It's going to be long. It does seem like a grueling season for them. Nothing to a better club. for AC number 22. No, that'll be a new show. No, this is WD-40, bit of a TLC, that's all. The cold weather's not helping, but it's making it even worse. It's making it even worse, actually, the noise. Yeah. I'm attempting to get a PS5 after 2 years of refusing to pay $1,000 simply for a new home game. Christ. Either that or Santa will have to bring me something vintage Arsenal. Decent stuff, actually, at the release at the moment. A few dodgy bits that have released in the retro range. I'm not sure of myself, but Leeds played Real Sociedad and Monaco both at Elland Road. We won 2-1 against Elche last week. Okay. To be fair to Leeds, that game was live on YouTube. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, as I say, better than Arsenal. Arsenal is Arsenal, isn't it? Conkies are the Conkies. Lazatech, okay. Oh, the league is going off. I'm kind of surprised by that, by being at the 30. He hasn't took the chances. He has caused he has been a major threat against us in our defence today. Caused a few problems. Surprised by that. Liverpool go to City on the 22nd of the year. Yeah, that's going to be a humbling up. Especially with Man City. And the thing is with Liverpool, here's City now. Got that in that, and then a couple of weeks later, Man City play Chelsea at home again in the FA Cup. That's going to be interesting how they approach both them games. But Liverpool, City will want that the EFL title back, won't they? So League Cup wise, then after a year of not having it, first league game is at Villa. At Villa, Liverpool. Yeah, that's potentially 2 losses there on the return. There's a UIM again at Villa Park. That's going to be a vultures atmosphere. So absolutely insane atmosphere boxing on the Christmas festivity of football. The words out. Villa Park is, and again, that's the Villa have not had Liverpool's number, but they have caused problems for Liverpool over the years. They seem to be that team that sometimes have trouble dealing with. And again, it's Villa Park, Emery. I don't think he's lost a lot of players. I don't think he's lost a lot of his players. I think he's kept the bulk of his squad doing as well, right? So there's more time with him as well. So that could be an interesting one. Very interesting. Right, that one. Now, again, imagine going say the start of the season. Oh yeah, going into New Year, Arsenal will be 20 plus points clear, or 20 to 20 plus points clear of Liverpool, who played every game, almost got a quadruple last year. You'd be saying, well, if I said that, you'd be back in summer, you'd have been sending to the league again. You'd have all unsubbed, run off, and trip me up, and this, that, and the other. Sent to the league again along the way. Go on. So you take your chances. Take your shoot. None of yours. Yeah. This needs a bit of WD-40 this year. I'll be doing it later, actually. Oh, really? Oh, what are they in? I actually thought they crept in over the goalkeeper zones. Oh, the deflection of Odegaard's head. It was on target and it hit off Odegaard's head. Even though Odegaard ducked, hit off Odegaard's head and went over. She has something to say. It's like, I do need to get the WD-40, don't I? Okay, now. As I say, I'll do it after the stream now. If I get up, because I'm freaking 2 flights of stairs and it's like, no, I'm here. I'm doing this. If I had someone else on with me, I'd go, obviously go get it and get it sorted. But yeah, there's a bit of the old, as I say, WD-40. Messing about a bit, it'll be fine. Come on, Reese. Need a bit of support, but don't get it. Really good about not giving. Considering free kicks they've been getting in this game. That's within a free kick, but okay. Come on. We're getting the ball back. The goal kick. Vieira. Nope. The guy gets it. Wins it, moves it, sort of. Reese. Oh, go on, Reese. Have a shot. I should have had a shot, mate. Did you get that shot straight off? Bang. Get people off guard. Or was that Sandy? Either way. Come on. We got Tierney. Crosses the ball in, lofts it in. Forces Cedric go. If you cross it, cross the red line will go on. There's one person in the team that basically Lexington for the women, Cedric for the men. Yeah, that's a clean tackle. That's nothing wrong with that. I'm really hoping we can find a rhythm and goals against West Ham. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think with the defenders with these defenders we're doing, obviously Leon and now today's game and what the event was on Saturday. I think we'll be fine. I think, again, having the majority of our squad back now, not in terms of the players going, well, the majority of them players will be back. We'll be back by then. By the best time, I'm saying Saka, Martin, and Rams. So they'll be flying. They'll be flying back to London already, respectively, and they'll be ready for when these guys come back the next day or two to start training ahead of the event. So again, we might get a few. You might see some cameos from them for you as well, along with what we've seen already from these guys. I think come Boxing Day, then I think we'll be ready. From what I'm seeing, I think we'll be fine. We'll be fighting, fitting ready because it's a makeshift. In terms of the squad itself, we have sort of, apart from the names you know about that started today, the ones that came on in terms of Mini and Cedric, and obviously Marquinhos is still yet to come on. The rest of them are the kids that are coming through at the moment. Oh, go on. That's good. Fabio with the chance there, and Taiwan not at all has. But no, I think we'll be ready for West Ham. From what I've seen so far from these first 2 games, we've had a few niggly issues today. Also, Zinchenko's going to be back as well. Remember that he'll be back by the West Ham game as well, so he'll probably be starting as well. It's going to be a complete different contrast. If we're doing this, I know it's friendlies and all squads are having the same issue in terms of being affected by the World Cup. So the players going to the World Cup or earlier, apart from Liverpool. That's no dig. That's just straight facts. After their squad is stable, it's still shit. But if we're capable of obviously beating the Leon 90 minutes and on penalties, and if we do the same today against Milan, and then we reassess things on Saturday with Juventus at home, respectively. Again, the majority of what I've seen, there's a few because obviously that's more so down to lack of depth we've got in our squad because of the amount of players who had to go to the World Cup. But obviously, as they're coming back now, we're seeing more of that depth. The quality just goes up a bit more. So I think we'll be fine. Absolutely fine. No issues on Boxing Day, touch wood. And from what I'm seeing at West Ham, I think West Ham they've got friends, haven't they? West Ham fans aren't exactly confident in the friendlies, let alone coming up against us. Few of them have lost faith, are starting to lose faith in David Moyes after everything he's done since he came back the second time round. After everything he's done for the club, they were back. Let's be honest, they're having a nightmare season so far in terms of results and performances, in terms of, but mainly the results. They've had a few. They've had a good handful of decent performances, but just not getting the results. And that's been key. Oh, go on, go. Means that in the attack still. No. What's it saying? Sandy just stands on the ball. No, I think as I say, I think we'll be fine. I think, as I say about West Ham, it seems like some of their fans are starting to lose faith in Moyes as well. Not happy with what formation he's playing with and this, that, and the other. He brought some big money players in the summer as well, and they're taking time to settle in and adapt. So yeah, it is what it is, but at the same time, you'd have to be frustrated as your West Ham fan after seeing what we've done. But we've got to just keep learning from what we've done. Yes, it's rosy at the moment with Arteta. It's rosy now, but it wasn't exactly that at the start. And he's had to be given the time to do that. I think with what David Moyes has done the second time round, the second time round at West Ham, sorry, I think he merits a bit of extra time to turn things around. Go on, turn it, go on, pass it. Jesus Christ, Cedric, mate. Hell. Straight and laugh at me. Literally, as I was saying, that's possibly get it off. The amount of opportunities he had to do it, he's just like, no. Oh, I'll do it now. Oh, it's blocked. Oh, got a free kick. Yeah. The ref blew for a free kick and tell us play on. Look at what are you doing? That's poor from Sandy. That's really poor from Sandy. Oh, I think the fact that we're at home against West Ham, even though it's London derby, we're at home. It'll be fine. Get our vengeance on Brighton off, like I said, the EFL Cup. Even though I'm taking the chin because obviously it's a less game to return to after the World Cup as well. So more just to get our squad back. Yeah, do what do at West Ham. Go to Brighton on New Year's Eve. Do the job there. See the New Year on a win. In a few days later, you want Newcastle down. I think Newcastle's the one for me. There's a potential banana skin, obviously. In terms of home games coming up, that's a potential banana skin there because of how they're playing. Again, we don't know they're going to settle back into the rhythm of things based on after the World Cup. Like, I don't know how we're going to settle back in. But from what I'm seeing, obviously, it looks good. But Newcastle, as I say, that's the one that sort of stands out for me. Could be a draw there. I don't think we'll lose, but I think the potential of that being a draw there if you ain't careful. Um, Tottenham away, Tottenham away. It's not a derby. We need to sit that format as well. Away at Tottenham, we just fix that, and I think it's a perfect opportunity to do that. But we'll see. Guarantee Tottenham will get a penalty and Harry Kane will fucking score it because he don't miss with Tottenham when it comes to penalties for them. That's what it's country this time. Oh yeah. And then United at home, our form against United over the last few years has been at home. I mean, it's been good. Nine times out of 10, we get the result that we're after in terms of 3 points. So yeah, tough. It'll be a tough game. All three will be tough games in January, league-wise, I mean. But I have faith in this team. As it stands, at this moment in time, I have complete faith in this team, i.e., squad, and obviously Arteta as well in that we can get. If we can come away with at least 7 points out of 9 in that month of January, I'll take it now. I'll take quite happy takes a bare minimum of 7 points out of 9. Was it been on Man City was all on the way, but at the moment in time, I'll quite happy take that with the teams we've got to play in that at January month in the league. And from February, we just got, and again, just, but to take it back, the thing is, I've been just listing off sort of, I'll take that and this, and talk about X games down the line. We have, again, at the same time as I'm saying that, we do have to take it one game at a time. Title race or not, we do have to take it one game at a time. How's Eddie getting booked that? This left, mate. Bloody hell. Literally, anything that resembles the same tennis as they're giving us, we're getting pulled up for it. They do the exact same thing to us. Nothing. Mm, I don't see that. I don't see that stuff. Eddie's on the ball. And his arms made contact with the players there, but it's not. It weren't deliberate. It wasn't his fault. They've stopped the game for that, given the free kick to them on that basis, and booked him. I have a water break on 35 minutes. I've got 90 minutes plus injury time to go. And what? You know what I mean? Because they're going to get because of that result against us at the end, but they're going to get big for their boots again. We need to put them in their place. And again, that's another thing. We need to nip the bud this season away to Brighton in general, but away to Brighton, our form's not been our results against Brighton away haven't in the league haven't been exactly fantastic. So we need to sort that out, get the win there. It's a start as we meant to go on. Michael B. Jordan now owns Bournemouth. Is he? Oh, is he part of the consortium? Is he? Oh, okay. I won't change nothing. It's still shit. They're still going down. I have faith in the dollar in my pocket. Nothing else. Creed owns the Cherries. Yeah, there's I know the main figure point was mentioned, but they didn't mention who else was in the consortium. Let's take it over at Bournemouth. Sorry, they're still going down anyway. So now he's got the job full time. That bubble will burst. My hands are fucking freezing now. Yeah, don't go anywhere, guys. But by the way, don't go anywhere because obviously it is what 15. It's just, I know there's going to be 15 minutes to go plus injury time, plus the penalty shootout no matter what. So do stick around for that. That's going to be an interesting one. I'll still also there's something at stake in terms of we need to get a point from them. We need to buy a cup. Okay, I'll be investing in that obviously. Right, what's that? The feet are feeling now. In terms of the temperature dropping, it's not even more now. Got thick socks on. Yeah, really thick. Cold. Oh, yeah. You know, again, I know the majority of the second half we have been talking about that future games and this, that, and the other, and other random stuff, not be about the game itself. But you know what? I mean, impressed with how we've approached the second half. I've been impressed with them so far. With, as I say, 50 minutes to go. Arteta's not throwing on all the kidney winks in one hit like he did against Leon. It's not just disrupting the flow of the game. We're seeing a more controlled performance of Arsenal in terms of how they're dictating, we're tuning up and just dictating the game basically, and how professional we're seeing the game out as well. And that's even with it being a friendly, it's been like they were in the last in the actual summer pre-season. Winning game, cleaning games off, and just second off, going through the motions of okay, we're just going to see this game out now, but we're making work for it. If you're going to get anything from us in the second half, you're going to have to work for it. Because when I play it down, but the rest of the time play on, as in he ain't play for a treat or nothing. My opinion's coming on. I think it's him come on. Opinions. He's on. That was a foul. It really wasn't a foul. I'm not saying he's when I'm saying it's not a foul, trust me, it's not a foul. I'm not just saying. He's been booked for it as this ref. What the fuck is that? Or I say he's booked him any the initial chance. I say he can't book him anything else. What's he done wrong? Who did he come on for then? Fabio? Maybe? What's the name? 2-1. Oh, God, here we go. Tomorrow as well. We've got tomorrow to score for AC Milan. So they're back in the game. They've got a lifeline. They could get a point out of this now. They sort themselves out. We'll try to score now. 2-1. Would be tomorrow as well. It would be. It just would be one of the names that we know. It should have been at the World Cup, but hey. Defend. Defend. Hell. Get rid of it. Of course, let's get it back. Oh, got a player down now. He said good. It better not be your sake. Holding his knee as well. Gabriel. For fuck's sake. Yeah. See his knee just giving away. As he made a challenge, as he's coming away. Yeah. You say. Can't have him going up. Don't want you having knee surgery, Gabriel. Bloody hell. God, imagine. Yeah, both teams as well. So I talked about obviously Arsenal. I take up bringing on all the kids in one hit like you did the other day. It's like Milan are sort of AC Milan is doing something. They're sort of holding off now in terms of it's like who brings first basically in terms of doing that. There we go. So I stop. Don't make those subs. Don't do it now. Do not do it now. There's no need to. This is 2-1 now. You know what? That's Cole. You just get rid of the ball, mate. Fuck me. I was going to say, you know, look, it's 2-1 now. It was 2-0, but it's 2-1 in the last 2 minutes to go. Under 2 minutes to go now. I've actually enjoyed this game more than the Lyon game. You know, we did obviously Arsenal got 3-0, but it's been more competitive. We've been given more of a challenge in this game for the entirety of the game. They've actually tested us, unlike Lyon just went for the emotions themselves. And that was with their senior players as well. It's just these usual emotions. So I'm happy that I've come on and done this with you guys because, and actually I'm enjoying the game for what it is because it's a friendly. I'm not getting too carried away. It's more so players getting their fitness back and making sure they're ready for when we play West Ham. Come Boxing Day, sorry. Um, yeah, aside from that, it's just yeah, say just get our fitness up and get things sorted. And but it's, I like the fact we've got a game where we've been tested. And so we're feeling now through, and he's numbered, and he's some support on his own because Cedric's not doing his job. Um, but I'd rather us get tested at least one of the three. If we come go to them with some Saturday play Juventus and we breeze past them, I'm, I'll be happy if it all goes wrong. But at least I know that at least that one of the three games a teams come up against us and gave us a game, not just rolled over basically. So in terms of our mentality, it keeps it balanced basically, not we did this, so we're going to do it again, but in a more competitive game. And it gets they're going to get too confident if we fuck up, get caught lapping. All other kids come on now. Well, who's this one? He's dinky as well, isn't he? He's built, but he's dinky. That's all I'm going to say. So he's slowly bringing players, slowly bit by bit bringing the kids on without me even knowing. Well, he's not making himself speak, so I want us to have a chance at the penalty shootout. I don't want us to make the same mistakes again that we did against Leon. This time backfire us on the backside. Yes, he is. He's big. One by one. Hurrah. Because suddenly there's no Reece Nelson, no Eddie. Let's see. No Eddie. He's just suddenly fucking brought load on without even knowing. Bastard. I don't know what to do. He's fucking done it. Why are you on a... Let me on him. Football is a bit of shit, isn't it? World Cup football is. You going to book him or you have a word with him? That's okay for his AC Milan, yeah? Taking out Marquinhos tomorrow, mate. I rate you. I rate you. You should be in the England squad and all that, but come on, there's no need for that. Absolutely no need for that. And the refs just had to calm down. But when it comes to Arsenal, the other way around. If that's the other way around, our players are getting booked for doing what Tomori's just done. That's bullshit. That's bullshit for everything. Fuck me. 5 minutes ago, plus about a minute or two of injury time probably. Then the penalty shootout. So do stick around, guys. We've got very nerve in end, but quickly is to say if it was 2-0, a bit more confident, a bit more at ease. But it's 2-1. I'm not at ease. Dewberry, Tozer Dewberry came off early. That's the kid I was talking about. Small but built, basically. He's a kid, he's 16, 17, whatever it was. They said in the commentary. I mean, I think Odegaard's been on, so it's keeping him on. It better keep him on. We've got penalties around the corner. Can't just rely on fucking El Neni and Sandy and Marquinhos. Obviously, Marquinhos has taken a couple of penalties for Arsenal now, increasing the friendlies, but still, you can't just rely on him. You do need, in this case, you do need a skip for us to be there and possibly take the first one just to set the nerves and keep things flowing, basically. Also, going into the second half of the season, there'll be a lot. There's potential, not a lot, but there's potential to be penalty shootout situation. Sorry, via either FA Cup or Europa League knockouts now. It's all knockout games now, one-off games. So there's potential that could happen at some point. So I'd rather have my players prepared for that, basically, and know that they've taken penalty this season in a penalty shootout and come out on the right side of it. Don't do that. Don't do that, Carl. Almost give it trouble. You did cover good recovery though. Well done to him. So yeah, defensively he's kept the senior player. Apart from what you said, it came out. He's a senior player, but you know what I mean. So he's kept the seniors look to the defence side of things, and just brought on changes in the mid. Ooh, well done, Carl. Got put in trouble there. What fucking his team? That was it. Cedric again, the bastard, putting Carl into trouble there nearly, costing us the fucking 3 points. Um, Yeah, apart from as I was saying, defensively, it looks like it's kept apart from Tierney, but it's Gabriel, Holding, and Cedric, experience-wise, in the back line. He ain't overdone it there because about to, like, and Matt Smith's looking to come on and like, how do you feel 83? 83 is Edwin. Oh, he's already got, he's taking the guard off. I said, don't take him off because we've got penalties coming. But now we come, Eddie now is coming on now. If anyone doesn't remember him, he's the lad that came on against Brentford um, in the Premier League in the season. We won 3-1. He came on for the last few minutes of the game and made history. Youngest Premier League player and all that. But he only played the Premier League. He took Sambi off as well for Matt Smith. So basically, it comes to penalties. We've got a bit of experience, but not what's our captain. Basically. Even though with a couple of minutes ago, I don't see why he couldn't have just stayed on penalty. Well, what was the point of this? What was the point of that? We effectively played for 88 minutes and gone, actually, last minute, you're coming off now. Defend. Bloody hell. 7? Where's the 7 minutes come from? Bloody hell. This is ridiculous. I hate this. Insane injury times. Ridiculous 7 minutes. Joke. Now, it's got 6 minutes to go. Yay! 6 more minutes. Woo. Keep the ball. Keep the ball. Don't. Cedric, you fat. Go on, mocking us. Go on, mate. Go on, get the corner. I'm laughing. Fucking Cedric, he's pissing me off, mate. He's the guy. Obviously not in January, just in case of an emergency we need him at some point in the season. He's a squad that's cannon fodder, basically. But in the summer, he has to go. He has to go. Simply isn't good enough. Just Cedric, I mean, by the way, just everyone's coming in. And sold this out. Don't fucking stop inviting pressure on. Corner to Manan. Yay! Well done, Carl. Good hands. Well done, lad. Well, good game. Good game from him, actually. The goal, there's nothing. There's no way you could stop it. Stop that going in. It was a good goal from AC, but apart from that, it's had an all-round good performance. Obviously, he's going to be involved with the penalty shootout again in a few minutes' time. Let's see if we can remaster his heroics another day. Oh my God, I'm asking for trouble. Get rid of it. Oh, give me an heart attack. Great header. Just a few more seconds, Carl. Just a few more seconds. It's time to go. Just, oh God. Oh dear. Not long now. Not long. A few more minutes time and possibility shootout and we'll be out of here. And we'll get ready for Thursday's some shenanigans. We're into the last minute and a half, and then got a penalty shootout a few minutes later, guys. So do stick around. Do smash that like button, guys. Do subscribe and share the content around. It does massively help the channel as it grows. And yeah, might try the harder one because I'm for you guys. So okay. We're into the last minute now. What's that? Nearly 50 seconds now. So possibly the last attack from Milan before the penalty shootout arises. He's going to let tomorrow getting booed. Sorry. I'm assuming that's more so down to the fact of the challenge had on Marquinhos and got away with it, basically. Once they got away with it, I mean, you got a little slap in the wrist, don't do it again. No cards, no nothing. Long throw after attack from Milan, long throw in. That for a goal kick looks like it is, yeah. And here we go, full time. Arsenal win the actual 90-minute match 2-1. Goals from Odegaard and Reece Nelson in the first half. And tomorrow got the late consolation in the 79th minute, and Arsenal just saw the game out. Strong and professional as ever. And yeah, got mentioned put some kids on, so we've now got a penalty. We've now got to play a penalty. Even though we won the 90 minutes, we've now got to play a penalty shootout against Milan for an extra point to basically win the Dubai Cup. So it's going to be interesting. And then, unlike the other day, we have got a few experienced players in the pitch now to take the penalties as well. It's not just all the kids. We've got high experienced players. We've got many. We've got Elneny, Gabriel, Holding, Cedric. Probably, I don't know if I want him technically or not. Well, he's been playing today. Obviously, Cole Hines in goal. We've got obviously youngsters like Matt Smith and all that, and Naui and that ilk of it, that level of them level of youngsters that have come on as well. And then again, the man themselves, they didn't really make any changes in terms of the youngsters. Like, didn't bring many of them on. They did make subs, but not as many as us in the end. I don't think. Obviously, I got Marquinhos, who's another one penalty taker there potentially. But so yeah, I think their full intention is obviously if they were to lose the 90 minutes to try and win the penalty shit with the experienced players. That they do have at their disposal. So and just to see it, just like seeing how it plays out now. Right, here we go. Holding and the AC captain and both looking to take who's taking the first and which chain we're taking. Depends. I think we're going first, but it looks good. In terms of the ref pointed at us, like we want to toss and you're first, then, or second. We go first, then. Okay. We won the toss, though. Yeah, that's not a better one. Who's going first? I see going first. I cannot tell. Cameras that far away from the fucking players. Looks like we're going first. As in, we're taking first. I don't know who's going up first, though. Just talking to the goalkeepers now. I said that I do want him to take a penalty. He's taking a penalty there. He hasn't been good. He's only played the second half, but he hasn't been good. So this is Cedric against Ace. It looks like AC Milan's first choice. I don't think they're AC Milan now, though. So here we go. Cedric stepping up. Here we go. Come on. Russell gives the whistle. Give us a 1-0 advantage, or give them the advantage. So here we go. Cedric. Get in there. Well done. Good penalty. Send the kick the wrong way. Top wins as well. Keep the dance to his right. Ball goes to its left. Top corner. Right. Good height. Better height than Harry Kane, put it that way. It's basically what Harry Kane tried to do, but Cedric succeeded at it. What does that tell you about Harry Kane? Here we go. Carl's playing mind games already. There's a friendly. Mate, the goal's bigger than you. Quite literally. Get in the line, mate. Get in the line because you're going to get in trouble otherwise. Come on, Carl. This remaster your whole direction the other day against Leon. Come on, Carl. More senior players this time, but still, you can do it. Well, goes the right way, but too much power and height in it. It's 1-1. Goes the right way, though, so, but yeah, too hard. And the power was literally that's the point. Is this Gabriel? Gabriel's taking Arsenal's second penalty now. This will be interesting. The ball's not really on, but I'm not sure about Gabriel. It's a friendly anyway, but I want the point. I want the extra point. I want us to wrap this up and get home and do the Dubai Cup winners. Oh, cool as you like from Gabriel. I thought it's better blast. It needs to stop, but no. And struck it down the middle of the goal. Must keep the dive to you. Okay, you've dove. Bang, thank you. Let's go, Arsenal. Let's go. Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl. No pressure, mate. No pressure. Yes! Poor penalty, and Carl saves it. He goes the right. Poor penalty, and Carl goes the right way and saves it. The advantage is to us and Marquinhos. I've just seen Marquinhos walk forward for us, so he's taking next for us. That's cool. It was a poor pen, I will say. As I said, it was a poor pen, but Carl had to go the right way, otherwise it was going in anyway. So it's gone the right way, and it's collected in his arms, basically. Come on, Marquinhos. Come on, man. He scored a good penalty against Sterling the other day. Let's do it again. Give us a 3-1 advantage. Come on. A bit of time here. Here we go. Yes, what a pen. Keeper goes the right way, but fantastic placement from Marquinhos. And gets it under the goalkeeper's hand and right in the side net, right in the proper side netting base in the bottom corner. So now Milan have to score this. If they miss, if Milan miss this, and we score our next, we have won basically. Come on, guys, do this now. Come on, send this now. No messing about. No mercy. He almost did it. Went the right way. Did it? I think I put him off. Went the right way. Looked like he was going to get it, but just didn't get down quick enough. Didn't get across quick enough. There we go. Yeah. Here comes now Nenny to make it 4-2 to the Arsenal. If he scores this, come on now, Nenny. Come on now, Nenny. Get in there. Well done. Fantastic pen. Just like I said, except to get the wrong way. Top bins, top left hand side. You couldn't ask for a better penalty. Again, what Harry Kane was trying to do, but unlike Harry Kane, they succeeded. So now Milan have to score this, or it's done. Come on, Carl. Come on, Carl. Come on, lad. Oh, I entered it, and Carl dove way too early there. Made it easy made it easy for the Milan player, the youngster, to Panenka it down the middle. That is what it is. But we can still win this. We've got our penalty now, fifth for us. If we score, it's done. Carl went way too early there. Who's come up for us now? That's Matt Smith, the first youngster. Oh no, no pressure, mate. Don't do what you did. Don't do what happened the other day. Just hit it and put power behind it. Make sure it's on target, obviously. But come on, Matt. Come on, Matt. No pressure. Come on. Here we go. Matt Smith. Oh, poor penalty again from him again. And now Milan have a chance to level things up and take it into sudden death. Oh, again, it's a replica of Milan's missed penalty. Low, hard-ish, but no power to it really. Something he's got to fucking work on, I think. Clearly, that's back-to-back games now. He's missed penalty to us. So this is to level things up now and take it to sudden death. He missed. Drags it wide, and Arsenal win, get the point. 8 points out of 8. There you go. Matt Smith's blushes were saved there. He did miss the penalty, Matt Smith. Arsenal with 4-3, but it was 2-1 over 90 minutes. Matt Smith was the one that missed at the end there, but then their player steps up, youngster, and drags it horribly wide. It was the worst penalty of the night, of the 3 that were missed. Dragged it way wide. But Carl, even if it was on target, Cole Hine had gone the right way, so he might have saved it either way. But there you go. That's our Arsenal's Dubai Cup campaign done and dusted. 8 points out of 8. Can't ask much more than that. And what I like today, we got tested. I didn't want us to blow Milan away or walk up and run circles there for like train session stuff sort of thing. I wanted them to be tested in these friendlies. They didn't get the test against Leon. Leon just bent over and went, okay, you have to win. You have to penalty shootout one as well. And but Milan turned up today. They gave us a game, and I want that. I don't want us going into Boxing Day winning 3 wins out of 3, all easy and basically being overconfident. So yeah, we won it as well. We can't be caught. We cannot be caught in this Dubai Cup standing. We're up top. We're after 2 games at 8 points. Leon are second with 4 points, but we've already played their 2 games now. So we can't be caught. We are the Dubai Cup winners. Woo! Oh dear, you gotta laugh. You don't laugh, you cry. Tom said they should ban penalty shootouts and replace them with a medieval style fight to the death. Each team nominates a champion and a weapon. Android versus Apple in Westeros is known as the Game of Thrones. Chris, how you doing, Chris? Not a good result the other day against Leon for you guys, was it? Oh dear, nice enough. Some things don't change when it comes to Liverpool. It's the World Cup merry-go-round. But I hope you're keeping well, my friend, and getting it all ready for the festivities of the Christmas period. Oh dear, I'm frozen. My hands are frozen. My hands are actually frozen now. Jesus Christ, I've got, what is it, 2? It's now 4:15. It's pretty much dark out now. Crazy. Easy for 11. Oh, with that though, I am going to wrap things up. Take that down now. I'm going to wrap things up now. I'm going to go get myself sorted, something to eat, get a nice hot, a fresher, hotter drink, because that's stone cold now. Yeah. Cold coffee in the winter, not for me. No, thank you. Summer, not so bad. You can sort of take it for what it is. Not in the winter. No. So nice, get a nice, fresh, hot mug of coffee, so I say. Give myself something to eat, and yeah, get myself ready for Thursday. Double shift on Thursday, as I say. Probably won't be covering the World Cup semi-finals tonight or tomorrow. So we'll be back on Thursday, 1:00 in the afternoon, for our special half-hour podcast with our special guest, which again will be announced first thing on Thursday morning. And then you understand why I've been harping up to why I have. If anything, you'll be asking why haven't I hyped up even more? But you understand why. You also understand why I didn't say who it was until then. Because yeah, as soon as people realise who I've got on, they're gonna other podcasts might see and go, you know what, I'm gonna try and get him in before me, before Ryan does. It sort of takes away from what I'm trying to do. But yeah. I'm gonna, as I say, get myself sorted. Have something to eat. Prepare for that podcast at 1:00 on Thursday. As I say, it's a half-hour podcast on Thursday. That one. So from 1 to 1:30 for that. If you can't catch it live, don't worry. The audio will be up around 2ish that day as well. And this, that, and the other, all that jazz. And then we're back later on that day as well in the evening for Arsenal versus Arsenal women versus Lyon women in the Champions League at the Emirates. Point qualifies, wins us the group basically. If we can't spare. And then after that we're back again on Saturday for Arsenal versus Juventus at the Emirates. We'll be covering it here on the channel as well, like we have done for today's game. Oh my days. Oh. Cunning asking in the chat who won. Arsenal won 2-1 in 90 minutes and 4-3 on penalties. We've got 8 points out of 8, and no one can catch us. So we've won the Dubai Cup. Yay! Let's do it. Let's all do a Tottenham. Let's all do a Tottenham. Footmoss, pick up the Footmoss. Also, if you want to follow the channel that is covering the World Cup going forward, obviously I've been doing it throughout the tournament, but we'll be doing it for tonight and tomorrow, and obviously the weekend. Go and subscribe to his channel now, and yeah, let him know I've sent you, basically, where you come from, basically. World Cup Watchalong today. Join on in. I'll probably be in a chat with a friend. If I've got time for it, I'll probably pop in a chat whilst it's going on. We've got Juve at home. Yeah, Juve. It's a friendly. It's only a friendly just to get match fitness ready for West Ham on Boxing Day. 8 points, easy. Cup. Liverpool lost to Lyon. We beat Lyon 3-0. We consider we have a weaker squad going to this as well. We haven't got a full armory of our strongest players. We only had the ones that didn't go to the World Cup. We were still missing at the time. Partey, Ben White, Martinelli are still playing for Brazil in the World Cup, along with Saka and all that. And Xhaka has only just been knocked out as well. But we played our strongest 11 the first half. Few rotate mainly an hour into the game itself. Brought all them off, brought all the kids on, apart from Carl. He stayed in goal. Saw out a 3-0 win with the kids, by the way. As I say, with 25, 30 minutes left of the game. Saw out a 3-0 win against Lyon. And then won a penalty shootout with them kids. And then today, Nest changes today, which I'm happy with, because I wanted my senior players to, the best, especially the ones that are going to be playing come Boxing Day, starting and all that. I want them to have their match fitness ready for Boxing Day, so there's no fatigue or misjudgment going into that game. Well done. It's no Audi Cup, man. I know, but still, if they can celebrate that like it's the World Cup. Argentina versus France, or a group of death rematch, Croatia versus Morocco. Ooh, for the final. What about the final? Ooh, I don't know. That's out of the two. Obviously, you want the big, you want the Messi's and Mbappe's going up head to head, don't you? In one sense, but if you want a new name on the trophy, you have to go for Croatia and Morocco. I do think Morocco tomorrow night's going to be an interesting one. France. Everyone's underestimated Morocco in knockouts. They've knocked out Spain, underestimated Portugal, knocked out Portugal. Now they're coming up against France, the defending world champions. They're underestimating them as well. Again, it's like, okay, Morocco just going, okay, we'll do our thing. We'll defend our lines and basically just do what we got to do and get the win. Put it this way. I don't think it's clear cut out of them two. It's only one of them two things. Depending on tonight's result, as I say, if Argentina are to go through, they have to do it in 9 minutes. Because if they don't, if it goes to extra time penalties, Croatia had to know how to get through it and get through the actual into the final. They had that know-how. The record speaks for itself in knockout football. In the knockout rounds, I mean. France, again, you expect France. You think we would expect the bubble to burst with Morocco, but you never know. And as a neutral now that's got no emotional connection to it, either game, I can sit back. Here and just watch the game and see how it plays out. The Arsenal Misfits saying, I want Croatia versus Morocco final with France beating Messi for fun. Imagine that. Oh my God, the meltdowns. Oh dear, but yeah, I'm going to go now, guys. I'll see you again, as I say, on Thursday at 1 o'clock for the special podcast, half-hour podcast that I'm doing with a special guest, who will be revealed on the day itself in the morning of Thursday here in the UK. So 7:30 a.m. UK time. Everything will be announced in terms of who the special guest is for the podcast. So do keep an eye out for that, and I hope to see you on all for that. And yeah, hope you. And again, when it does happen, I hope you do enjoy it and all that jazz, and do share the life out of it, because it is huge, it is massive. Aside from that, I will see you then, and then later on that night for the Arsenal women's game against Lyon. Again, if you want to get your World Cup fixes, if you want to get your World Cup fix in the meantime, go and subscribe to Foot Moss's Sports Talk YouTube channel. Apart from that, I'll see you on the other side. As always, Arsenal are the Audi Cup, Dubai Cup champions. I said the Audi Cup. Fuck's sake, Tom. Why did I mention the Audi Cup for? No, we are the Dubai Cup champions of 2022. Okay, now. And we'll see you on the other side, as always, up the Arsenal. Come on, you Gunners.